So Kiana and Stacy still going at it. Y'all know Giselle ended up having her 10 million download celebration that Robin did not show up to. And Robin, I really feel like you should have just went ahead and came. I understand that you are in your feelings about the fact that you were fired, but I mean, it happens to the best of them. I mean, it don't mean that you won't come back, but to have Giselle there doing this whole celebration and you don't want to come, I just feel like it's bigger than the show a little bit, right? When it comes to the podcast, like I get you being upset though. I can't tell you how to feel. I understand that. But I feel like you could at least showed up for your homegirl and supported them, but just told them don't be filming you. You would like to not be on camera or something, or you could have slid in for a little piece, whatever it was. Robin S was a deal, okay? All in all right. All in all, and had she came, had Robin showed up, the people would have been doing Robin the same way they was sitting up there doing Sharice by saying Sharice just wanted some camera time, right? When Sharice wasn't even the one that said she could call Chris, somebody else wanted her to call. I think it was Ashley. Sharice has his number. I think Giselle may have said call such and such. So, y'all probably would have pulled that same stunt. Anyway, right? So Kiana and Stacy still going back and forth with each other. They still arguing, right? Kiana says that I would never have you around my husband. That's when Stacy told her girl, like, you don't have one. Be clear, right? And my thing is this. I was just like, okay, let's pause right here for a second. Why are we acting like Stacy stole Chris from Monique? Why are we acting like Stacy was messing around with Chris while he was with Monique? What do you mean I would never have you around my husband? Like, I'm just like, huh? I don't like that. Now, also I just feel like they acting like Stacy knew Monique beforehand, like they was friends, for Stacy to have betrayed or backstabbed Monique. Like, are y'all okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all, by the time we done with all of this, I'm gonna tell y'all who I think had something to do with this whole Stacy setup or whatever. I did leave a what that thing called? A poll. I did leave a poll up for you guys to leave your thoughts on who and what you all think. But by the time this is all said and done, I'm gonna let y'all know what my thoughts are on the matter at hand. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Now, Kiana tells Stacy that she doesn't have a husband either. Okay, where is Timu? Where is Timu? Now, there was a bit of a kiki because I said the way everybody be missing this man name. What is his name? Tiamo? Is it Tiamo? Because it is slick giving Timu, but is it Tiamo? But anywho, Kiana wasn't really wrong, but I also see why Stacy still refers to him as her husband because she still feels like she's kind of married to him. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Stacy says, here we go. This is you. Act a fool, baby. I'm finna tell y'all right now. Stacy won the battle. Stacy won that debate, that back and forth, that argument, whatever was going on with she and old girl. Stacy won it. That baby said, here you go. Here you go. This is you. Act a fool. Stacy was wearing her out. So Wendy and so many other people are so fucking tickled, right? So many people are tickled. Giselle standing over there like, unimpressed. I said, yeah, that's because you know that Kiana is falling flat. All right, that's why you over there and you over it. Now, Kiana yelling to the top of her lungs. The top of for Giselle to want to hurry up and get Stacy out the building. Why you ain't get Miss K together? Because she was over there yelling to the top of her damn lungs, as the people said. All right. Stacy says, I don't talk to Chris. This is what she told him. I do not talk to Chris. Giselle then says that Stacy is not to be trusted around husbands or children. I said, we going there. See, this why Candace was getting in your ass, Giselle, when it came to her husband. This why she was getting in your ass, because you will heighten situations for sure. Now, you saying this lady is not to be trusted around husbands and children when she has a child of her own is very odd to me. Because now I feel like we're about to go down a wrong road that we should not be going down, Giselle. As much as I have been enjoying you so far this season, let's not. Why would she not be safe around children? Like, that is such a problem to me when you say that. What has she done? I thought the conversation was about husbands, other men, TJ. When did children get brought into this? I hope you were this loud. I can't recall, but I would hope that you were this damn loud as you were around Michael Darby. Okay? But that's crazy to say that about that lady. She is not to be trusted around husbands or children. Don't nobody else find that odd? That was terrible. I'm sorry. Like, I just, anywho, I'm just like, Giselle, what is your real issue with Stacy? What is the real issue, my love? Please, what is your issue with this woman? Please do not tell me anything about, oh, she be lying. She's trying to copy off Wendy. Oh, she did this to Monique. I need to know what Stacy has done to you directly. Please do not give me an issue that is related to other folks. Ashley, what is your issue? What is your real issue with this woman? Now, Kay, for you, I feel like your issue with Stacy is not only you clicking up with Giselle and Ashley because you feel like they the top dogs of the show, but also because you thought you was going to be able to sit and say whatever the hell you want to with Stacy, and Stacy wasn't going to have no clap back on you. And ever since Stacy gave you that pushback, okay, it's been a little shaky. So I see why you may feel like you have an issue with her. But I am so confusion, y'all. I'm so confusion. What is y'all issue with this woman? And the gag for me is the fact that all of y'all lie. All of y'all lie. But for some reason, y'all have an issue with Stacy. And you know, it kind of makes me think of, you know how that person in school that may be like super proper, or they may talk white, as the people say, or they act a certain way, and so they may be chastised for it. That's a little bit of what that is giving. Like, it's something about it. Like, I don't know. Like, do y'all feel like she's not of the Potomac, in the words of Karen Huger? What is that? Like, I'm so confused. Like, I can't stand it. And y'all all look lame as hell. Y'all all look like fucking bullies, high key. Like, it's bad. What's up, really, B? Girl, I said the same thing. Where did the kids come from? Exactly. What's going on, love? That's crazy to me. Like, I'm like, that's why Candace got in your ass, lady. So Stacy says, why don't we call the person that's accusing me of the lie? 1,000%. I just feel like, to me, if a person is saying, let's call these folks, they didn't do it. They did not. It would be crazy if we found out Stacy was this bold and then later on she did do it, right? But it's not giving that she did it. She's been looking confused as hell the whole time. Then she tell y'all to call the person that said it. Like, let's do it. So then Sharice calls because I think Wendy said, who has Chris's number? I think Ashley was like, Sharice has it. I think Giselle said, call Chris. That's what Sharice does. She calls Chris. Sharice gets her as on the phone with this man. And this is what she says. She says, I'm actually filming right now. Number one, why did you even need to tell him that you were filming? Why did you even need to tell him that you were filming? I don't know. Because I feel like the people that would believe that Stacy did it would use that as of course he gonna lie because he on camera. Would he? Would he really? Is he gonna lie? So then, right? She says, I'm actually filming. And Cookie, this what took me out. This what took me all the way. She said Cookie was made to look bad. She was made. How was she made to look bad? And then you wasn't even here from the beginning. You just popped in. So how was she made to look bad? She looks bad, period. She looks bad, period, girl, literally and figuratively. Like, that's just what it is. Like, she looks bad, feel away. All right? Now, she says, I know y'all are good friends, and I want to know if Stacy communicated with you about a conversation that was had about Monique. Had about Monique or had by Monique? Because the shit was said that Monique said certain things about him. Huh? But that part right there, Cookie was made to look bad. Cookie walked in the room looking bad. Like, what is you talking about? Cookie looked bad the moment we saw her on this screen when she sat out, and I'm gonna revisit that. When we first got introduced to her this season, Cookie been looking bad. Let's keep going. Chris said, yeah, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all got going on over there, but I don't know now. Okay, thank you, Chris. Have a good night. Bye. And then the man done told y'all was so ready. Y'all was so ready to get this man on the phone, thinking that man was going to air out Stacy. Whole time, man said, I don't even know what the hell y'all talking about. Okay? I don't know nothing about what's going on, because if he was that upset about something being said about him by his ex-wife, that man was going to say it in that moment, right? Because let Monique tell it, co-parenting is so bad, this, that, and the other. Well, then I don't think Chris is in a position to where he really wants to make you look good, right? So if it was stuff that she said about him that he didn't like, you don't think he would have utilized that time to air her ass out knowing that he filming too? Like, oh, so y'all filming? Okay, then yeah. So this what I heard, because we need to get down to the bottom of it. I heard she said that, and he don't even know what the hell y'all talking about. So then Kay says, how would he know what the conversation was? I don't know. BITCH, you the one that brought it to us. Is you cool? You brought the conversation to us, man. What do you mean? How would he know what the conversation was about? Hell, Sharice just told him you brought it to the group and said Cookie had said this. So what are you talking about? Why is it now? How would he know? I mean, he is the primary person involved in the conversation. Where your antennas be at? What? No. Where are your antennas at? Okay, what's going on? Where are they? Because I don't think that you got them on right now. Matter of fact, you never seem to wear them hoes. So really. I don't know what's going on with Kay, but it's something up there and I'm not even trying to be ugly, mean. I'm just being honest. Like there's a disconnect happening upstairs. Okay. So Giselle still believes without a doubt that Stacy did it. Whew. Let me tell y'all one thing about Giselle Bryant. One thing my girl gonna do, she gonna down the hill. When she puts a certain thought out there, narrative, whatever, she's gonna ride it. Like Karen was riding with her lie, I will be vindicated. Okay? Giselle gonna have to be exposed for her to let go of the lie. And you have the audacity to sit up here and talk about Stacy who be lying. Oh, okay. Don't put your hands on me. Scoot back. Okay? So Sharice tells a story about Stacy that I did not give a damn about. Oh, Stacy went to the bathroom, girl, whatever. Whatever happened, it happened. Let's move on. Giselle pulls Wendy to let her know that Angel wanted some smoke with her. Like, girl, she got some smoke for you. So Wendy's like, oh, that's what we doing? Okay. She wanted with the big dog. We could get it. We could do those things. Let's get it. So Angel comes over along with Kiana. Kiana comes right over there with her. Angel says Wendy don't treat her right. You don't treat me right. Why are you talking to Wendy like she your man or something? Like, you don't treat me right. Then she says Wendy is dismissive, snide, and passive aggressive. I'm like, girl, when it comes to you, I have not seen Wendy be passive at all. Matter of fact, I don't think I've seen Wendy be passive aggressive with any of y'all. She might be dismissive to you. Yeah, because you're confusing, ma'am. You're very confusing, okay? So she might dismiss you a little piece, but I haven't seen it. But let's keep going, right? So Wendy tells her, I'm not the one to have a problem with because I don't got no issue with you, girl. Okay? It's really giving a one-sided beef. So Angel is now saying, see, this is the dismissive and gaslighting thing. You can try and psychoanalyze me all you want. Girl, what? What? Dismissive and gaslighting? I see why you and Kay are friends. I see why y'all are locked in. Wendy brings up the airport situation where Tia told her that Miss Angel felt the way that she didn't speak. Wendy said, you saw me, right? You didn't speak either. That's when Angel was like, you didn't speak to me either. That is her point, ma'am. That is her point. You sit around, you wait for people to approach you because you think you a big dog, bitch. This is not Wags. This is not Wags. Your husband's position in the NFL does not matter to these ladies. This is not Wags. You're used to younger Wags approaching you on some, oh my God, like fanned out type of thing. And this is not Wags. She's even mentioned this earlier in the season where she felt like, oh, the ladies don't take the time out to get to know me. Do you? And I've said this before. Do you take the time out to get to know these ladies, ma'am? You don't. Again, she thinks this is Wags and it's not. Can y'all please put her over there with Wags to Riches? She might do better with those ladies. Okay. So Wendy brings up, no, so they talk about the incident. Ashley asked about the catfish comment. And she's like, so what's up with the catfish comment? You know, did you say that? And Wendy said, girl, I did not say that. Stacy said she did not say it. Giselle said it. Kay's like, no, she didn't. Wendy said it. I really wish I knew what y'all was thinking as y'all was filming this season. Because everything y'all trying to get off is not really relating to the audience. And the people you thought the audience wasn't going to support, they are supporting, which is Stacy and Wendy. So Kay, like I said, was so adamant that it was Giselle, that it was Wendy, and Giselle was like, no, I did that. I said that. Why don't nobody want it with Giselle? Who won't smoke with me? Like, why y'all don't want it with Giselle? Like, why y'all, what's going on? Why is y'all afraid of Big Sister Green Eyes? Y'all want it with everybody else but Giselle? Giselle made you feel so damn low, K, over there on that trip that you was crying on the boat, and then now you over here doing a damn toast, throwing back shots. Like, are you cool? But still got an issue with Wendy. Huh? I'm just like, this is bad. This is bad. I'm just like, y'all getting on my nerve. Girl, no ma'am. Wendy says, so instead of coming for Giselle, you want to have an issue with me. Exactly. And here's the thing. When Angel did have that conversation with Giselle, because she did say her and Giselle talked, you still cried. You cried. You didn't, I don't know why you wasn't rough and tough with your Afro puffs as you told her how she made you feel. You felt like you needed to be emotional for her to sympathize with you or something. But with Wendy, I told y'all she wasn't going to come with Wendy with the same energy. You don't treat me right. Okay, well, I'll continue to treat you worse. How about that? So, anywho, Angel goes on to say, this is another example of you being dismissive. Angel, just dismiss yourself, baby. Just go and go with your husband. Y'all go pick the kids up and go home, okay? So Wendy says, no, this is just another example of you falling flat. Giselle said, ooh, and I think the entire audience in unison said the same thing as Giselle at the same time. Ooh. Angel is like, okay, I'm finna go. I'm done. So she leaves. Then she comes back. Angel comes back and she says something about her being done because, see, I don't do this. I don't. And Wendy's like, girl, you keep saying you done like we want you here. Hollered. The way Wendy was on her, I said, you better, Wendy, okay, Wendy, listen, you got court today, ma'am. And based on how you showed up in this episode and last, I said, I do hope they drop the charges. At least most of them. Okay? Because you on the road, girl. I likes to see it. What else I like to see is the likes, okay? Because, girl, it's a lot of y'all watching. But not enough of y'all like it. You know how I am. You know how I am. Okay? What Cardi said, you know who I am. You know how I am. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's keep going. So Wendy says, yeah, this is another example of you falling flat. Angel talking about she leaving. Wendy's like, girl, you keep acting like this, like we want you here. Bitch, fell out. Fell, girl. Angel, okay. Angel is having a rough first season. And I don't know why, but y'all, I know we eat Angel up, but I still want to see her improve. I want to see her improve. I don't know why. It's one of those, like, you getting on my nerves, but it's also a, you could do this. Like, you could do this. Like, just have the same talk to them like they your sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had all this conversation when you was with your sister, but then it's not hitting the same when you in the person's face. But what it is that Angel is not, I don't believe she's a confrontational person. Obviously, she always had Big Sister to handle her matters for her, right? Big Sister is confrontational. And I think she just tenses up a little bit. So I think she may just need to get comfortable. And I'm trying to think, has there been, and y'all let me know, has there been another housewife on any other franchise that's acted like that and it took them some time to like really get in the ring? Why is Brittany from Salt Lake City coming to mind? Because I really don't think it's Brittany. Because Brittany really don't give a damn, girl. She don't. Has there been anybody? Was Tanya? Maybe Tanya? I don't know. What's her name? I can't think of her name. That played Regine over there on Living Single. Like, what? Has there been somebody else? I don't know. I'm just like, girl, you could do this. Like, you could fix this, okay? But because when they got to her house later on in the episode, she was very much more, to me, relaxed. It seemed. But that be the thing, like, you'll be relaxed and stuff around the girls, and then you'll go in the confessional and say something completely opposite. So I don't know if you can be fixed, ma'am. Like, I don't know. The weirdness is strong. Let's keep going. All right, let me not harp on that too much. Let's just keep going, okay? So Kay comes over, and Stacy says, "Oh, here goes her Siamese twin. Here she comes. Here she goes, baby Stacy. This is where the ladies be clocking you, okay? This what they get you." Because you do be talking proper, but the entire time when somebody pisses you off, you definitely go Detroit. And I'm just letting you know that I don't mind seeing Detroit. Since the ladies feel like you're so prim and proper, because Kay has done a lot of mocking of you, right? She mocked you in that house when y'all got into it, going back and forth. She mocked you on the bus, about your QVC voice and all of that. If they want to see a different Stacy that's from Detroit, give them that. And I feel like personally, that's one way you're going to back them up off you in my personal. I would like to see more of it. Okay? But let's keep going. Right? So Stacy said, "What do you have to talk about besides me?" Baby, Kiana was waiting all her life for this moment. All her life. She says, everything. My life, my business, my condo, my man, my things. What do you have? What do you have going on? Baby, she been waiting all her life to get that out. And you know what? I think that is going to be a meme. I do. I think it is. I think it's going to be a meme. Good and bad. I do. Stacy says, "I have a husband and a ring." Hollering. I say, "Now, Stacy, baby, you divorced, but we with you. We see. Because you getting back with your ex saying and we get it. All right." And Kiana says your ring is cloudy. And Stacy's like, "Oh, yes, cloudy compared to nothing." The way she had, and it's not a drag, but for Kiana, it is. It is. Kiana, I think that's how you say it. But yeah, it is. So Stacy says, go run after Greg. Go beg. Baby. That's giving lapdog tease. Loved it. Go beg. Go run after Greg. Go beg. Kiana, you too hood to have let Stacy chew you up like this, ma'am. Okay? You are too hood to let her chew you up like this. Thank you so much for the super chat, Roosevelt. Let me see what you had to say real quick. Chris is a slimy dude. Stacy, Wendy are the HBICs. Thank you so much for the super chat. Try not Chris being slimy. Monique was talking Cash Money about that, man. I want to know a little bit more. Did Monique say she was going to write a book or something like that? But I'm going to say this too as we talking about Chris, because I don't want to forget it. One, whatever happened in their marriage ain't none of my business. But I think Chris, I'm going to say this. I don't think he's going to do this, but I'll say I would not be surprised if Chris tries to drop a suit the same way that Kelly, Pharrell's husband, dropped a lawsuit after that season because he felt like she was defaming his character. I would not be surprised if he's sitting back, because if you're saying that co-parenting is a struggle and then you use the specific term to make sure you say, "Oh, so he's stalking you," and it's like, damn, why would you say stalking? You know what I'm saying? He sent a few messages. Now you use the heavy term of stalking. I'm like, that man gonna either get to a point where he probably gonna tell y'all don't use his name on this show, or he gonna probably try and sue us. So I just, I do feel like it's given he is not to be trusted. And after Todd pulled what he pulled on Candy the other day, just a little piece, I'm like, anything is possible. All right. So he very damn well may hit that ass with a cease and desist. Don't say my name. Okay. Real quick, y'all go ahead and like up the video for me. Give me 1 second. If y'all could like up the video for me. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry guys, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. All right, but y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. Like, can y'all see him doing that? Because I kind of can. I think anything is on the table. Depending on what else she goes on to say about him, I kind of hope she doesn't mention him anymore for the rest of the season. For real, I know he's going to be brought up because we have to figure this situation out. But I don't really want to see him trying to hit her with no keep my name out your mouth, cease and desist, or try and turn around and be on some, they defame my character on the show type of thing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And even though we may feel like a person don't have a leg to stand on with that, don't mean that they won't try and take that approach. You know? But let's keep going. So Stacy was over there wearing Miss Girl out, right? Kiana said the ring was cloudy. Stacy said cloudy compared to nothing. Stacy says go run, go big, go run after Greg, okay? So then Kay starts asking about TJ. Baby, this is where I said to me, like, I really see the Detroit. And it was given to me like, Stacy, you slick hood. Okay, and I want to see more of that. So I think you probably ran from your hoodness to portray a certain image for whoever. But when you start doing this, when Kay, she was like, yeah, that's old. That when I see this, y'all, and this is just me being a person from the South, y'all up north may get something different. All right. When I see this, that means, yeah, keep running your mouth, but you better not put your hands on me. I'm gonna fold your ass up. Like, that's what it is giving. Like, that's old. You still running your mouth, but you ain't doing that though. You still running your mouth, but you ain't moving it. That's what I heard. And I'm like, I don't know. Y'all might be a little shook of Stacy. Because even Ashley, and you know what? I did not get a chance to watch the after show, but I will get into that in another video. Because I did see a clip. Well, no, it was on last week's after show, but I don't know if it's on this week's. But I do know that Ashley was saying how she was really surprised that Stacy had the energy that she had. Yeah, because y'all think that y'all could push over that lady. Y'all think y'all could treat her how y'all really view her as one of the weakest ones. Right? Y'all may not give Angel as much because there may be a little bit of a soft spot considering the fact that, she may be dealing with postpartum. She just had a child, whatever the case is. So y'all may be a little softer on her, but y'all really definitely view Stacy as one of the weak ones in my personal. But yeah, so she's over there telling her like you still running that mouth or whatever. In case I know a tired ass when I see one, and Stacy says, and that's you, and that's you. Look at your face. You're looking like a troll, baby. Stacy was handling her. Stacy tells Giselle, she goes over to her. She says, listen, congratulations on everything and your success. I'm going. Right? And I was like, you know what? Good for you, Stacy. I have to give you hand claps because in my personal, I wouldn't say nothing to Giselle. Really? Okay, I wouldn't say that. I already know you don't like me. And Giselle is so ready for you to leave. And it's like, well, if you ain't really want her there, why would you even invite her? But I guess it was an all-cast event, kinda. Okay. So when she's leaving, Jazzy approaches her. She's just like, girl, like, I haven't seen you since the wedding. Like, why are you leaving? Wendy's coming. Like, why are you leaving? Stacey's like, girl, open up your eyes. Like, these people, I'm not welcomed here. So Giselle then comes, pushes the elevator door. Okay. She's like, if you're going to leave, then go. I don't know about y'all, but to me, and I know it's different, but I'm going to put it in the same box and I'll let y'all fight me later. Okay. It made me think about when Kenya Moore pulled that chair from up under, what's her name? Is it Kim Fields? Is that her name? I think it's Kim Fields. That part right there, like it made, I don't know, it was just like the same type of disrespect. Like, bitch, you see I'm leaving, you see I'm at the elevator. Like, why are you trying to add a little more fuel to it? Like, you ain't got to be pressing the elevator button. Now, if I come over there and press on your forehead, you're going to be mad. Okay? If furniture going to get to moving, I'm finna go. Damn. I want to be up in this raggedy shit anyway. Okay, I was just like, Giselle, you bring me up and you bring me down, and I'm sick of it. So, anywho, of course she leaves, right? And honestly, I would have pulled a Nikki on her. As honest, I'm standing right here. I'm staying right here. Okay. Angel tells her husband, she goes over there, baby. You knew I told you that I was gonna address her because she don't treat me right. I told you I was gonna have something to say because I'm sick of it. And he like, I'm sick of the shit too. Like you just keeps, I'm tired. He says, water off a duck's back, mama. I said, I know that's right. That man said, please shut the hell up. He told you that outside when y'all was looking at that house. Now he telling you again. All right? That's what's going. He's sick of it. But that's how it be. And you husbands have to sit there and listen. Now, that's why I kind of got her back a little bit, okay? Because no matter how much sick of it you is, we ain't. Now, sit here and listen to what I just told you 100 times. Here's 101. Okay? Anywho, so Wendy leaves, right? Because she like the show over. The show left. The show left with Stacy, baby. So go on, eat up your last little piece, and then we finna get the hell up out of here. I know that's right. Okay? And did they film anymore? No. Because the two that y'all have made the show about, Wendy and Stacy, out. And when I tell you Stacy will be here for another season because the way she just secured the check, the way the fans are liking her, and the way she finna ask for an increase in that check, baby, yeah, she'll be here another season. So Stacy goes to sit with her family. It's Stacy and Timo. And what she talks about, now I don't know if you guys noticed this. I did. Stacy had a ring on. They got a shot of Stacy's ring. She had a ring on and stuff, right? And she says that they haven't told their daughter that they're back together because they don't want to confuse her and because we are the adults lead. We don't want to confuse her. But then they like, has he been at the house? Yeah, he's been at the house more often. So you don't think her ass is confused? You don't think she's confused? Because Stacy, this is where I have to call you out too. When you're with the ladies, I am on your side, but it doesn't mean that you're without fault, right? Because remember when y'all first start having y'all issues, you would fly out to another state while he's in time spending time with your daughter. So she would never get you guys at the same time. But now all of a sudden she's getting both of her parents at the same time, and you got the audacity to tell her y'all not working on getting back together because y'all don't want to confuse her. She's already confused. But the real gag is that baby's not confused at all because y'all be downplaying y'all children, thinking that they're slower than what they really are. And a lot of children are smarter than you damn adults, in all honesty. That little girl knows exactly what's going on. You over there trying to sneak kisses and stuff. That girl know what's going on. That's why she sat up there and said it's us three forever. Okay? And I think it's totally okay. So I think Arabella is at that age where you can let her know mommy and daddy did get a divorce. We are trying to figure things out because we love each other. We want to make this work. We cannot guarantee you that it will work. But we just want to let you know that we are trying. I think it's totally okay to have that conversation with her. Like, anyway, child. But you can ask her about some damn marijuana. Ask her about some marijuana gummies. But you can't tell her that, you and her daddy may get back together. Like, but how are you feeling about all of this, Arabella? Arabella, how are you feeling about the gummies? Well, I think it's great, Mom. I think it's awesome that you're doing things to help people out and stuff. Yes, and to make them joyous and happy. I think, yes, Arabella. Yeah, absolutely. Girl, tell that girl what the fuck going on. Stop playing with her. Ask her about some damn marijuana gummies, but not about her, you and her daddy. Shut the hell up. Okay? Still like you. Don't get it twisted. I just have to check you sometimes, okay? Now, anywho, Ashley and Sheila. I am so tired. Y'all know that meme? Matter of fact, let me find it because I have to find it, y'all. I have to find it because this is exactly what it's giving for me. I can't really, I can't. This is exactly how I feel. It's been 84 years. Ashley, it has been 84 years, baby. 23 to be exact, but I am tired. I am tired of Ashley Darby bringing her mother on this show to utilize her as a storyline, therefore also dragging the shit out of her. You talk about that man in her life, but you drag the shit out of her too. Okay? We gonna talk about it though. We're not gonna skip it. We're gonna talk about it. Ashley is told she needs to leave Josh alone. I thoroughly agree. Okay? I thoroughly agree. Ashley just wants the man for the sex. Okay? Shout out to him for being able to throw that thing, even at having cancer down in that area. Okay? I'm glad that he is healed and he's good. What you said, healing and surviving or thriving? Yes, that is what he's doing. So good for him. She talks about her mom being, let me go back. The reason I think they should separate is because Ashley and her uncle are right. They have two different goals, right? Ashley doesn't seem to desire marriage anytime sooner. And if she's getting any money from Michael, it may stop if she gets married. So who wants that? And Ashley is a person that I don't think should be married. Not until maybe 20 years from now when she's really trying to wind down. I think Ashley should enjoy her free life. I think Ashley should date who and whatever she chooses to and have fun and not introduce a lot of different people to her children. People that you are dating specifically. I think you could keep the two separate, right? Got it. I also think that she has children. She may not want any more. She might want one more, right? If she can guarantee the dad is going to be in the picture. But at the same time, I feel like that's even a risk. So I think the two that you have are good, right? And just date. And preferably date somebody that has maybe the same amount of children as you, okay? And maybe the same age range. So get out there and just explore the world a bit more. Sometimes what Ashley does is what I'm learning. Ashley is like no any other typical woman. They get in this lockdown mode immediately and they just ready to just, be with somebody. And I'm just like, Ashley, just have fun, girl. That's what you do. They get on the conversation of her mom and her partner. Uncle Lump feels like her mama might be a pig in enjoying shit. Now, I would have had to call my brother on the phone and cuss him the entire fuck out because what you slick did was call me a pig. Okay? That's what you're not going to do. Now, I know I might be light complected and there are some listen, don't play on my top like that. I have enough people out there, strangers that I don't know playing on my top. I don't need you coming up here calling me a pig, okay? I know what you was trying to say. I'm just letting you know I don't like it. Get it together. Especially if you don't want me saying shit about you. Okay? That's one. However, Uncle Lump was about right. Mama is giving, she's enjoying her SHI, right? Ashley says her mama been with this man that's a drunk for 23 years. I don't know why she ain't going ahead and mentioning that's her sister daddy, but that's what it is, right? Ashley says her mama works 12 and 13 hours a day. Sheila said, but I like working. I like it. Ashley said, well, yeah, Mom, but I want you to work because you want to, not because you have to. Mama has to work, Ashley, because Mama not strong enough to tell that nigga to get the fuck on. Mama working them 12 and 13 hours a day so that she cannot go home to him and his bullshit, right? I don't know why she's not leaving him. I wonder if she feels like she would be failing her daughter or something if she left him, right? I mean, I don't know how you have more grace for him than you have worth about yourself. Like, and then this is what I say, and I don't care who feel a way about it. It's given y'all proximity to whiteness and want to be so close, even though y'all are mixed, has y'all tied the fuck up. It really has y'all tied the hell up. One man done slammed the door. First of all, disowned your mama. Treated her like ass after he got it, right? Had you coming down there, he done slammed the damn door and locked that bitch behind it. Okay? Didn't want to have shit to do with y'all, but y'all have this desire to be appreciated, desired, and whatever else by these white men that y'all just keep running over there in droves. Girl, that's crazy. Not you been sitting up there, laying up there, being a damn slave to this white man. Bitch, we have survived that. I don't know what you got going on, but you still want to be one for 23 years that you slave and working 12 to 13 hours while master in there getting drunk. Okay? Coming home, taking your check and shit. Is you cool? Like, girl, deliver her from evil because something is going on and I hate to see it. Right? Hate to see it. Talking about she love to work. Yeah, you love to work because you hate being around that nigga. Be clear. So Ashley says her mom needs to make a decision to see if this is what she wants for her life long term. Ashley says, girl, I'm so fucking tired. Ashley says her mom needs to make a decision to see if this is what she wants for her life long term. Ma'am, it has been 84 years. Why are you not realizing that this is what she wants long term? She been in this damn marriage more than some people been alive. Like, do you hear yourself? This is long term. What do you mean? You need to make a decision to see if you want this long term. Girl, she been in a relationship half her damn life. This is crazy. Lord have mercy. I just can't. Y'all stand up, ma'am. Stand up. Stand up. I promise you could do bad all by yourself, girl. Please stand up. And I'm not paying for no house for my mama. I'm not finna help my mama get no house to bring a nigga that ain't doing nothing over there. Like, I'm just not finna do it. You can move in with us. You know what I'm saying? But if you like your environment, and it's difficult too, because I do understand, Ashley, where it's like, you don't want to see your parents doing bad. You want to see them doing good. If you're doing good, you want that for your parents. But sometimes, like, your parents gave you tough love, you got to get them that tough love back. And you can't receive these things if you're going to bring somebody else with you that's going to continue to hold you back. I'm just not going to support it. And the only thing I did agree with Mr. Darby on was that when he was like, she going to have to tell that man he got to go. Because even he wasn't willing to pay for her and that man. And I don't even think he wasn't willing to do that just because it was Ashley's mom. I think he would have did that to his own parents. I'm not going to pay for this if you're going to keep dragging this ancient person with you. Why are they reaping the benefits of the good things that I'm doing for you? Why? No. And, you know, when I think about it, like, let's go back a little bit. When you're younger, you may be in your 20s, whatever it is, y'all, a lot of y'all parents is not finna move y'all little boyfriends or little girlfriends into their house and they ain't got no job. A lot of people just not finna do that. A lot of people not finna sit up here and take care of somebody else, a well-capable individual, if they not trying to help out the household in some capacity. Everybody not finna do that. And they might give them, okay, I'll give you 3 months, max 6. But a lot of people just not finna do that. So why would y'all think I'm not finna do that for my parent? Sorry. If I get you something, it's only you can come. Only you. And I be meaning that. Only you can come. And I know it's so small. My little niece came in town. And she's like, Auntie, I'm going to this little concert. Is it okay if I stay? You can. But your friend can't. Don't care what she got going on. Ain't got shit to do with me. Oopsie doopsie whoop dee doo. Okay? If I'm doing something for you, I'm doing something for you. Okay? My brother had my Netflix password. He over there at some girl house trying to log in. I looked at his location. You not at home? Who house you at? You know I'm in my girl house. I don't know her. I do not know her. She ain't even here right now. Don't care nothing about it. Won't be getting this password. You hear me? I did that for you. I don't know this hoe. She might be the best person in the world. I don't know her like that. Don't put my password in her shit. Because when I do something for you, it's for you. I don't give a fuck about them other folks around you. They ain't got shit to do with me. Understand? And I'm going to stand on it. Period. So you figure it out. It's not my job to figure out your shit. I figured out enough. You figure out the rest. Hello. Anyway, Ashley wants her mama to take care of herself so that she can continue to be here. Right? And I get that. You want your parents to be in good health. You want them to be here as your children reach milestones and so on. Completely understand that. But Ashley, some part of me is like, baby, let your mama slave in peace, baby. It's been 23 years. Let that woman slave in peace. Your mom, and it's so unfortunate because you know how they say, you know, your elders, how is it? They stuck in their head or they stuck in their mind or they stuck on whatever it is they called it. That's what your mama had. Your mama to me is so burnt out to the fact that if life were to wither away on today, she's fine with it. That's why she told you don't worry about her because she is tired. Miss, I like to work. She's tired. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. Or shall I say, you shouldn't have to work as much. Okay? I hate it for you because there's no peace in your house. That's why you're working like that. So it is what it is, right? But stop bringing that lady on this show. Now, let's get to Wendy and Stacy. Stacy wanted to talk about what happened after Giselle's event. And they's like, can we talk about what happened at the event? I said, hell no. Because we saw what happened at the event. But what happened afterwards, Stacy? But we didn't get to get what happened afterwards because they want to talk about the actual event, child. So Stacy said she don't understand why Kay was screaming at her over what she heard. That's what I'm saying. Over what you heard someone else say. Okay? And you weren't even allowing me to explain. And that is what makes these ladies look so bad. Right? That's what make y'all look so bad. Y'all don't even give her the opportunity to explain anything. Y'all just go off and blindly believe whoever you want to believe. Y'all would want the same courtesy. I think it's messed up. Meanwhile, you got Angel, Tia, Kay, and Giselle at her house. Angel tells the ladies they would like Bobby Moore because he's always ready to shade. Giselle was like, she did a face like, girl, we probably would like him, period, shade or not, more than you. Giselle over there mocking Cookie and stuff. Did I care? No, I did not give a damn about Giselle mocking Cookie. Some people were feeling away, trying to say something about body shaming. Shame her. Shame her as the end. Shame her. Because you don't get to come in on your scenes on more than one occasion and talk about Stacy being stank. Stacy being funky. You don't get to talk about her quote unquote hygiene and think nobody finna get on that ass. Okay? So yeah, that's what it was given. Feel away about it. Right? Now, they sitting around, of course, continuing to discuss Stacy, and Giselle says it was so refreshing to hear Monique's story, and it was what did she say? Somebody stepping outside of the group to call her ex-husband. That was the problem. Like, it was great. Y'all don't know Monique. She sat down, she gave us and exposed some things about the marriage. And for somebody to take this conversation and go outside and tell Chris about it is a problem, right? I mean, I get that, but the question is who did it? Because it wasn't Stacy. Now, Ashley invites Kiana to sit with her and Monique, right? Whenever they had a conversation. Wendy invites Stacy to meet with her and Monique. And Stacy is cool with it, but she ain't trying to have nothing to do with Kay. You know, she says that Kay, I think she said Kay makes her nervous or something like that. But be clear. In my personal, I think that what she was saying was, I think Stacy is afraid of how she will react to Kay. I don't think she's afraid of Kay by far. The way she moved closer to get to what's her name? Cookie. And the way she also moved closer to Kay so she could do this. Stacy's not afraid of Kiana by far, right? I think she's afraid of what she will do. I feel like they'll be the people y'all got to worry about. The ones y'all be thinking is weak, them might be the ones y'all got to worry about. So Ashley says that when Monique has the facts, she can do with that what she wants. No, she can't, Ashley. She cannot do with that what she wants. Do you know why? Because when Monique told y'all that she would expect Chris to be dating, when Kiana tried to pull that out her ass and say that Stacy was dating the man, Monique shrugged her shoulders. So since that didn't work, another plan was concocted to say, oh, she exposed information to Chris. So don't say that when you give her the facts, the quote unquote facts, she could do with it what she wants. When you guys are always trying to shape shape the narrative for her of how she should respond or whatever it is, you're concocting a plan. But I'm gonna break you bitches down in just a second. So there's that. Kay, her mom and her brother come to the house, right? They all at the house. She tells her mom about Greg wanting her to move back in, right? She also says that he wants to purchase that condo for her. So her mama looking like, okay, keep going. What else, girl? She said, oh, and he was like, oh, he said we should go back and look at rings. We should look at rings. And then he said, but what's your priority? Because I know you said that you wanted the condo, but I also know you want the ring. So, like, what's your priority? I said, BITCH. I get exactly what their mama's saying. And mama not wrong. Your mama named you key earner. So why are you not making that man earn your ass? Like, the earn is in there for a reason. All right? But I guess he's doing a little piece because he's willing to buy a condo. First of all, both things can happen at the same time. But what he's doing, in my personal, Greg is not at a place where he is ready to make a commitment to you. Okay? It's just not where it's at. Greg is not ready to make a commitment to you, but this man will make a commitment to a fucking home before making a commitment to you. That's what I took from it. Because why would you then ask her which one is a priority? Huh? Which one is a priority? What you think? Why did she move out in the first place? Obviously, being married to you is the priority. And see, here's the other thing. I know it sounds great that Greg is buying her a condo. Congratulations. Woo! But you need to make sure that, because first of all, you don't really need him. If he going to buy it, let him give you the money. How he going to buy you a condo? Well, he going to put his name on there? Is your name going to be on there? Or is it going to be in a business name with both of y'all names attached, like Michael Darby did Ashley? How does that work? How does that work? Because if you just need money towards a down payment, then give her that. Don't say that you're going to go and buy her something and then she still got to carry the note on the house too. So you finna buy it out all cash? Or you finna get the loan in your name? Something about that just don't seem right. And it seems like when he says he's going to buy it, it seems like he's going to be attached to that property in some fashion. And in addition, I feel like it's going to be another thing for him to try to hold over your head. Also, with him buying it, I feel like that's another form of control to me because he's going to try and make sure that you ain't got no other ziggers up in it too. Somebody. Am I the only one? I might be going a little too far, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. Two things can be true, or I'll say two things can happen at the same time. He could buy the condo and on closing day, he could propose to you all at the same time. But I think when he buys it, right? One, I will hope that you don't have no note afterwards. And even if you do, I will hope that it's yours all out, like full right. It belongs to Kiana. You cannot try to come back and change this or do anything, right? And then some part of me does feel like go and lock in that condo and then on closing day propose to her. So that way the condo belongs to her and it's hers before marriage. So you can't try, if y'all were to divorce later, try and get that house from her or anything. That's hers. So just make sure all your stuff is right if he's going to do that. But I feel like also he's pacifying you, similar to what the mama said, right? Her mama didn't like the idea. Her mama didn't like what she was hearing. She said, bring on the ring, bring on the commitment first. Mama tells her you moved out for a reason. She says, no, I moved out because, I didn't like how my relationship was going. And mama said, exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, you see how I be missing up to the antennas is broke. It's just like, huh? Mama said, that's what I'm saying. Right? You weren't happy in a relationship. You moved out for a reason because you want to have the ring. So I think the condo is a great addition. No, well, she feels like the condo is a great addition. I think the mama thinks that is good too. But ultimately, get what it is that you want. Because going back to what I was saying, right, and I get what the mama is saying, is because he's using this condo to dangle. And when the next thing comes, if it's a car, it's a dangle. Everything is going to be put in front of you before that ring, because what's going on is that Greg is not at a place where he is really ready to commit. He is ready to semi-commit, right? Because he has feelings invested in this. You're on this television show, and I don't believe he want any other men coming to occupy your space. That's what I think, right? So there's a semi-commitment. There's enough of a commitment for you to go along with, but it's not the actual full-on marriage that you want. You know what I'm saying? But you got to think about that. And if you want the ring, I feel like that's fine. Just get the ring. Y'all could be on some Yandy and Mendices type. Yeah, we married, but we really ain't. Okay? That might be the way to go for a lot of people. Especially if you got money. Like with Kay, I feel like she has businesses and stuff. And y'all would definitely need a prenup. And I would hate for y'all to get a divorce. I would hope she would never get a divorce whenever she gets married. But if it's in her best interest to get one, I will hope that he doesn't try to get any of her assets. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, right? So that's what she got going on. And it sucks for her because any little thing he gives her, she happy and she's satisfied with it. So it's like, okay, girl, good luck. Congratulations. Wendy and her sister link up. They talk. She wants her dad to acknowledge her more, right? They went over to Nigeria. I don't think the dad was either. I think he was sick, wasn't available, whatever it was, they couldn't see the dad. She was thinking that if he saw her, he'll be able to see just how good she turned out, right? And she feels like the fact that he's not acknowledging her makes her feel like he doesn't want her. And Ivy, baby, Ivy was on point with this in my personal. Ivy said, well, no, not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? It's not that he's not proud of you. It's not that he don't want you. It's just that he has grown accustomed and learned how to live his life without us. The reason Ivy can say that so plain and smoothly is because Ivy has gotten to a place where she is able to live her life without her dad and being okay with the parent she had and the stepfather that they had too. You X me out, I'm Xing you out. I'm not yearning for anything more, anything less. It is what it is. You see me. And I like how Ivy think. So when they mama get there, she arrives and she says their daddy is pretty much miserable. Her mom says that they're doing so well. God has blessed them. And she's like, look how well y'all taking care of me. Okay? And he can't reap none of them benefits. So of course he's sour because the success that Wendy and her sister have attained, he has not put in on this. That's another reason why he's sour because that's not a bragging right that he can use back home to say that he helped his daughters get to where they are. That's another reason why he's sour as hell, in my personal. But the mama over there like, look how well y'all doing. Okay, look how well y'all taking care of me. Okay, I'm enjoying your money. I am the one enjoying your money. I hollered. I said, I'm going to have to use that. I'm going to have to, yes, because I am enjoying your money. I am the one enjoying, okay? Not access to the money, baby. I'm enjoying your money. I am. Look at this bag. Look at this bag that I got. Okay, look. I should tell this to my husband. This ain't that major, but I got this little cute little bag from NDJ. I'm a NDG, and that's how I'm gonna walk in the room. I am enjoying your money. Okay, I know that's right. I'm enjoying your money. I said, Mama is crazy. Thank you for the super chat. I agree with everything you said here. Great perspective. Thank you. Kay needs to be mad at herself. I also agree that the skin is skinning. So what's the skin routine, Miss Ma'am? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. A lot of people have asked me this, so I'm gonna take a little. I'm gonna hop in the middle and just give y'all this real quick. Thank you for the super chat. First of all, I went to a esthetician for quite some time. The Rose Bloom. She changed her name. It was the Rose Spa. I think it's the Rose Bloom now, and she moved her location. But I started using, and I don't even know how to pronounce this thing, y'all. La Roche Posay. I think that's. I know I messed the first name up because I heard them pronounce it, and I said, "Oh, that's how you say it." La Roche, La Riche, or La Roche. So I'm like, girl, you can get it in Target, you can get it in Ulta, and I just pretty much use all their products, their face wash, their hyaluronic acid, their niacinamide. I use an exfoliant by, I think the lady's name is Paula. It's like a really dope exfoliant that I like. I just got her face pass the other day. I think her name is Paula something. What else do I use? I use hyaluronic acid. Their niacinamide. No. The niacinamide is from Medicube, and then I also use Medicube's. It's like a vitamin C face moisturizer oil thing that I use, and then also, of course, you got to make sure that you put on your sunscreen, and that's pretty much black girl sunscreen. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, so that's what it is. But yes, Paula's Choice. That's it. That's her. And I also use her exfoliants and also her it's like a super boost. It's a super boost. I don't know. Is it vitamin C? It's a super boost. But yeah, that's what I use. Yeah. As I'm running out, I'm gonna try more Medicube products just to see how they do on my face. Yeah, I'm gonna try more of their products, but more so you could go to La Roche-Posay. And honestly, I feel like they might be around the same price range for real. I would say, I mean, I feel like they'd be kind of expensive in Target, but then I be having some coupons sometime when I go to Ulta. Just look around, child. Look around for the deals. But yeah. And if I can, I know I did it on the OLFP. I'm gonna try to, if I remember to try to like put like some on a little shopping thing at the bottom of the video, so y'all know what I'm talking about. And if y'all want to buy any of the products, straight from it, your girl would appreciate it. Hello, okay. And that's pretty much it. And Danessa Myricks moisturizer and balm, like that's it. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, the people got it. The people got it. The people got it. But also I do think that it would be good if you guys found someone to start doing your face, like your facials and stuff, so you can understand your skin type and stuff and just know what you should and should not, like what's best for you to use and what's not. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to y'all. Because I do feel like things work differently on different people's faces. But when you get your face routine together and you're consistent with it, I do think that it really helps the outlook of your makeup when you're applying it. But, those are my thoughts. I'm not an expert, but those are just my thoughts. Okay. Yes. 2Ls, affiliate links. Yes. I'm going to work on putting that stuff down at the bottom when it comes to what I got on my face. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's see. What else? What were we talking? Okay. So we talked about the mom. The mama arrives. She's enjoying their money. Now it's time to get to Ashley, Kay, Monique, Wendy, and Stacy when they finally have this sit down. So Kay asks Ashley how she thinks Monique is going to respond. Please let me know if you guys got what I got. Ashley says, well, I don't know. It's 50-50. Like, I don't know if Monique is going to be upset or if she's going to clock Stacy and check her. When it comes to Monique and the word clock, for me, that gives wop baba loo bop for me. And I'm like, Ashley, you are not Monique's friend. And Monique, you'll see that because every friend Ashley has had on the show, they've all had an issue with her. Ashley knows that you've been going around talking about how you've healed and how you've worked on things and how you've done better and how you've this or that. But then she still would come to the front and say that you would clock somebody. I was like, now why the hell would you say that? If you see she trying to get away from that. And why would she clock this lady when she just said she didn't care if she was dating Chris? Why would you say that? And let me tell y'all why I'm bringing this up. Because it was so instrumental to me. Because of who all I think was involved in this. And we're going to get to it. So the ladies try to go ahead, meaning Kiana and Ashley, try to go ahead and give Monique a heads up before Stacy gets there. When I hear this, for me, it makes me feel like y'all are trying to go ahead and shape how she's going to react or how she's going to feel about this situation. I feel like y'all are trying to plant seeds in her to react a certain way, to me. Right? Kay tells Monique about what Cookie said, but what Kay was not prepared for was Monique's response. Monique says that she don't even know what the truth is because y'all are dealing with people that deal with untruths. Right? Pretty much liars. So she says Stacy could have very well told Chris these things, right? Therefore, I feel like, Monique, you are drinking a little bit of the Kool-Aid because you don't know Stacy either for you to even say what you said. And let me clock you again because, Monique, another thing that you did when you sat down at the table with Wendy, you tried to say that she needs to vet out Stacy a bit more to see whatever it is, see what kind of person she is and stuff. You were saying she need to vet her out because she's trying to steal her life. And it's like, how would you know all of that? You are literally getting your information about Stacy from Ashley. And Ashley was the same person that sat up there and said, I'm going to let Monique make her own decisions when it comes to her. Ashley is trying to shape how you view a certain person. And then now you sit up here trying to say the lady lied. Well, you're dealing with people that deal with untruths. So Stacy could have said it, but then I also know how Chris is and how messy he could be, so he could have said it, and Cookie with her lying ass, and this is the part Kay wasn't ready for. So Kay, you want to be on the phone with Cookie, not even on the phone with Cookie for 10 minutes, giving her the rundown really is what you was doing, and then Cookie turned around and played you and lied and said, Chris just called me and told me yada, yada, yada. But Miss Monique just called her a lying ass and you weren't expecting that. See, Monique is not fond of Cookie like that. And I guess Ashley did not know that either for some reason. But we're going to get into it. Okay. So she calls her a lying ass. Kay had nothing to say. So not even in that moment, Kay, did it not trigger you to be like, you know what? Maybe this bitch, maybe she was lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she gooped me and I'm over here looking stupid. Okay, so Wendy arrives, did not acknowledge Kay at all until she told Kay that Stacy didn't want to have nothing to do with her, right? Thought that was funny. Kay was a little bit uncomfortable. She was a little, I think Wendy knocked Kay off her square just a little bit. Right? Because you could tell Kay was looking for her to speak to her and Wendy didn't acknowledge her. I'm glad Wendy did get there to give Monique the rest of the story. Right? She gave Monique the rest of the story because she mentioned that Sharice called. This is something called Chris. This is something that Ashley and Kay intentionally left out. So she says, oh yeah, she called Chris. Chris said, no, none of that happens, right? Stacy arrives. So that's when Wendy tells her, Stacy don't want to have nothing to do with you. Kay's like, I'm not afraid of no fraudulent bitch. I don't want to have nothing to do with no fraudulent BIT, whatever it is. Stacy walks in. She sits down. When she sits, she really not even focused on these two ladies to her right. She more so looking at Wendy and Monique. Like, I'm not comfortable sitting at the table as it is, okay? So Ashley was kind of like, I'm not finna go nowhere. Now, I don't even fault Ashley. Because I probably would have did the same thing. Girl, I'm not finna go no damn well. I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here. Kiana gets up and said, I'll leave. And Monique is just like, what? Because Monique is like, I don't want to do this whole back and forth thing. I just want to get everything out on the table as it should be. As it should be. Let's get everything out on the table. Kay is like, well, I'll just leave. That's fine. I'll go. And Monique is like, you sure? She said, I'm not doing that. Why you not doing that? You did that. You did that when you brought it up to Monique, talking about this lady was dating her ex. Right? You did that when you brought it back to the group trying to tell folks, oh, well, Cookie told me this, that, and the other. You did that. But now it's time for you to do this and you don't want to do it? Can't be because Stacy made you feel some type of way. Can't be. Right? Okay. Let's keep going. So Kay says that she left because she don't care. You care very much. You showed up. You brought it up. So you care very, very much. Then says this is really between Stacy and Monique. Is it? Is it? Because you was just yelling at the top of your lungs to Stacy to the highest of your capacity, talking about how Monique and her husband are trying to figure out their co-parenting situation and yada, 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 and all this other stuff. You act like it happened to you. But now you don't want to have anything to do with it, love? Now it's between them? Oh, okay. Well, Monique asked what happened, right? And she gonna sit up there and tell Stacy, what happened, because I don't associate with people that associate with my ex-husband. Well, BITCH, you been associating with her, because when she sat up there and they told you that the girl was dating the man, you was like, oh, I expect him to date. I expect him to date. And then you proceeded to sit your ass down and tell her all your tea about your marriage. So you sure you don't fool with people that's cool with your ex because you did it then? But okay. So Stacy says that she never dated that man, and pretty much I took it as Kay lied. I cannot recall Stacy admitting she dated him. She said they hung out, right? She's hung out with a lot of friends, right? I don't know if they dated. Maybe they did. I don't remember her saying that, but I do remember Kay saying out her mouth, she said that they dated. Stacy was still saying she never dated the man, right? Either way. So she shows her text messages where the man reached out to her, right? Talking about a Potomac cover. She didn't say nothing. She said because she wasn't talking to him. He was like, a thank you would suffice. Then after that, he was like, hey, hit me up. Right? Ashley is believing messages were deleted in between that time frame. I don't think they were deleted. I don't think they were deleted at all. I think that's how the conversation went. Ever since Stacy got back with her husband, I don't think that she was talking to Chris like that. That's just what I think. Okay? Ashley's like, we already know how text messages can go. Things can be deleted. Things can be deleted. Like, Ashley, you trying so hard to die on this hill, girl. So he asked her to call him because he heard his name was being discussed or whatever on filming. Monique realized that Chris has been finding, based on looking at the messages and the dates, right? She's like, wait, so this was before I even met you. Basically, Chris has been finding out information before, right? She even met. So when Chris sent this information, hear this. Oh, I love it. When Monique read that message, it said, I'm hearing that my name is being discussed. I'm hearing I'm brought up. Monique said, wait, this is before I even start filming with you. Who brought up Chris's name on this show before Monique came? Ashley Darby. Who was Ashley Darby sitting with when she brought up Chris's name? Follow me. Cookie, Kiana, Giselle. I remember talking about this sit down. I could not remember who that fourth person was that was sitting with them. Whole time it was Kiana. The irony is that all of them have had some form of an issue with Stacy this whole season. And it's been a forced issue. If you ask me who had a hand in this situation, it's not one person. It's Ashley, it's Giselle, it's Kiana, and it's Cookie. And let me get into a little more. Right? When Ashley talked about this on the after show and Kiana was supposed to bring this up to Monique when she first met her, she was nervous. Ashley said, "You want me to do it?" Right? Kiana was like, no, I got it. When Kiana told Monique what happened, Giselle jumped in and she added her 2 cents at that whole pride event that they had, right? Boom. But that's not even the kicker for me. The reason why Ashley is the front runner for me that led the charge on this and everybody is involved. See, Giselle already didn't like Stacy, right? Ashley is going to be Team Giselle since Rob is not there. She's going to click up with her. Ashley also had her own issues with Stacy. That's not the part. The part is the fact that Monique was returning to the show. With Monique returning to the show and Ashley also feeling like her friend would clock somebody and you like, oh, I want you to come back. I want you to come back. It was given a scheme that y'all four set up to come to Monique with the bullshit because y'all wanted a reaction. Another thing that Giselle said, if it was not on the after show or in a confessional or on BravoCon, Giselle said she was excited for Monique to come back because she knew Monique was going to give her something, right? Why and how did you know Monique was going to give y'all something? Was because the whole plan was for y'all to concoct some bullshit around Chris to get her to react to it. So if you ask me who had a hand in it, it's not one person. It's all four of them in an effort to make Monique react, give her more of a reason to be on the show, give her a bit of a storyline with this whole Chris situation concocted by their ass. And also, I think they did this not knowing whether Monique was going to open up about her marriage as she has always shown up previously on Real Housewives of Potomac. So let us create a situation to get her to react. In addition to that, we can malign Stacy while we're at it because we need to expose the fact that she's out here messing with Chris. And Kiana, who just wants to be liked so bad, want to have so many issues with Wendy, but want to link up with Giselle, which is why I also feel like Giselle is also at the top. If y'all will sit around and have a conversation years ago to talk about Monique and her kids and the dad and all of that shit, y'all would do the same thing this year, right? Like I told y'all, we be saying Giselle and Wendy cool or they don't like each other, whatever the case is. One thing about it, 2 things for sure, Giselle is going to get you back indirectly. So Mo, you thinking that you sit down and everything is good with you and Giselle, whole time Giselle is getting somebody else to do her bidding and Ashley is happy to do it. Okay? So, but make sure you're reading the cues so you don't go around and hit the wrong person. Okay? Make sure you're reading the cues because all four of them hoes had something to do with this, including Desperate Cookie. Okay? Now, Ashley says that she believes the receipts that Stacy showed were fraudulent, and Wendy tries to figure out who is the other person in the group that's talking because, again, hopefully nobody overlooked this part. Chris was already finding out that he was being discussed on the show before Monique entered the show. Ashley sat up here and tried to say, well, who else would have told him? You had his number. You had his number. Yeah, but we just witnessed all y'all sitting down at a table, and who brought up Chris? You did. What Cookie did? She act like Chris was actually giving her a call. Oh, this was Chris calling me. Oh, y'all heard? One of my homegirls came to me and told me that Stacy was dating Chris. Y'all made this a bigger issue from the beginning, period. Y'all did that. All four of them are involved with what happened to malign Stacy and to get a reaction out of Monique. And Monique, you need to look at Ashley and question whether or not she's really your friend. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a fuck how much videotape of Michael grabbing asses that you hid. You and Ashley aren't that good of friends, okay? Who is Ashley's friend is Giselle. that's one she gonna hold down for a very long periodically time. And the only reason why y'all two are really friends is not only because of the Darby tape of him grabbing asses, but also an enemy of an enemy is my friend. Okay? Or however the saying goes, y'all bond over the dislike for Candace. Be clear. So watch your back, girl. While you over here trying to tell Wendy, I think you need to step back and watch her and look at this and look at that and see if she's really a friend. You need to be watching Ashley Darby, the one that's coming around trying to slick set you up. That's what it's given to me. Okay, so what else happened? Yeah, I feel like it was a scheme that they all set up. Stacy wants to move forward with Monique. Monique tells her to be careful with that situation because she knows how messy Chris can be. And it's a lot of stuff that people don't know. So be careful with him. All right. So that's that. That was pretty much the episode. And I'm going to say this before I get out of here, right? I was one of the people that wanted to give Monique a fair chance of returning to the show to show that she's healed. And I'm still going to try and give her that. I'm still trying to give her that. But as I looked at this episode, I kind of felt the way about the whole Stacy is lying and you don't have all the facts. You sat up there and told her, like, I don't take on other people's stuff. I like to see it for myself. And I'm glad you came to the front about it, right? Well, you did do that. You did kind of do that because you got in a confessional and said that she be lying. Like a person like Stacy can't keep their lies straight. Well, it seemed like you probably can't either. Okay, so we just gonna have to wait and see. I was one of the people when the videos dropped of Monique being with that guy, that lady's husband, right? I was one of the people that was like, well, maybe he didn't tell her, that he was married, or maybe he saw her they were separated, or whatever the case was. But nah, I believe Monique knew exactly that man was in a damn marriage. Like, she knew that. Yes, he didn't wear his ring sometimes, but I went through her profile and I found the video of her in that same outfit in June of 2023 where she was getting kissed on, but she only showed herself in it. Giorgio made a post. The timestamp on the post that was sent to him was from May of 2023. She definitely knew that man was married and she didn't give a damn. That man had just said in April of 2023, congratulations or whatever to his wife. Although Monique was separated from her husband at the time, the videos and the pictures that I saw all leading up around the first half of that year, 2023, whenever that man was in a photo with her, he had a ring on. Her ass knew what the fuck was going on. So at this point, I don't know. Maybe she's done some healing since then. We'll have to see. I'll let the people that love her eat her ass with a straw. But if it don't make sense to me, then it's just not gonna make sense to me. But best of luck. Best of luck to her. Cause yeah, girl, we'll see what you give on this show. But I don't think that friendship between she and Ashley is gonna last that long, but we'll see. Make sure you guys like up the video. I hope I made some people mad today. Especially if y'all stand Monique.